Rideshare Hub crew, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Letman. Hey, we have a fun and exciting and interactive video for you today, so stick around. Thanks for clicking on this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you take one thing away from this video at all, please give it a big thumbs up. That helps us to get our channel out there more so we can help all the rideshare drivers out there like you guys. Before we get started, if you haven't started driving for Uber or Lyft yet, that's okay. We've got some links that are down in the video description below. You can click on those, follow them through in their entirety, get signed up for Uber and Lyft, and you will also make some money with a sign-up bonus. So check that out. All right, you guys, today what we're doing is we're gonna do a little question and answer. I wanna see who my super Rideshare Hub fanatics are out there, and also to see how well you know your job as an Uber or Lyft driver. So I'm gonna give you a second, go get a piece of paper, pen or pencil, and be honest with yourself here on these questions. We got some easy ones and some more difficult ones, so see how you do. We got 15 questions. All right, did you get that paper? You get that pen or pencil? Are you ready to get this thing started? Let's kick it off. All right, so these are all true or false, by the way. You don't need to write an essay unless you're an overachiever like that, and then you can email me your essay answers. I'm just kidding. I don't want your emails. True or false? Here we go. Number one, you are not allowed to take unaccompanied minors for rideshare rides. Oh yeah, also, I'm gonna go through these and then we'll recap at the end. I'll go back through and give you the true or false. All right, number two, passengers are allowed to drink alcohol in your vehicle. Number three, it's better to drive around looking for a ride than it is to sit and wait for one. Number four, you need airport permits and placards for certain airports. I said that kind of placards. Moving right along here. Number five, you're allowed to pick up passengers in their terminal at the airport. Number six, tricks are for kids only. I'm just kidding. Number six, you are allowed to ask your passengers for tips. I'm trying to keep a poker face so you have no idea. I don't want to give it away in my facial expressions. Number seven, if a passenger is running behind and asks you to speed, you should do so. Number eight, your passenger is responsible for verifying you are their driver. It is not your responsibility. I'm going to give that one again. Your passenger is responsible for verifying that you are their driver, and as a driver, you are not responsible to verify that they are your passenger. Number nine, babies and toddlers must have a car seat or booster seat. How do you think you're doing so far? We will find out here shortly, won't we? Number 10, having Uber or Lyft stickers is optional in your vehicle. Number 11, it is your discretion as a driver to decide whether or not to give a ride to more passengers than you have seatbelts for. You got that? It is your discretion as a driver to decide whether or not to give a ride to more passengers than your vehicle has seatbelts for. I look at these and I'm like, oh yeah, that is a good one. Number 12. It is okay to cancel a ride as a driver if your passenger has a service animal and you're allergic. Number 13, you do not have to wait for a passenger if you do not choose to do so. Meaning, like, if your passenger needs to run into the grocery store. Okay, so you do not have to wait for a passenger to run into the grocery store if you do not wish to do so. Number 14, you are allowed to have sexual relations with your passengers. And the big number 15, wrapping it up here. Passengers are allowed to smoke in your vehicle if you allow them to do so. Okay? So they are allowed to if you decide that they can. True or false? All right, you guys, let's go back over these. See how well you did. I'm curious. You can also comment your scores down below in the comment section. Let us know how you did. If you're a super rideshare driver, I'd be pretty impressed. Not gonna lie. Here we go. Number 1. Question. You are not allowed to take unaccompanied minors. And the answer to that is true. Under no circumstances as a rideshare driver are you allowed to give a ride to an unaccompanied minor. So anyone under 18, they must have adult supervision with them. Number 2, passengers are allowed to drink alcohol in your vehicle. This is kind of a tricky one. The answer is false, but in certain states it's actually allowed. I didn't even know that, actually. Yeah, so safe to stick with false, though. No open containers in your vehicle. Number 3, it's better to drive around looking for a ride than it is to sit and wait for one. That is false. You will waste your time and your gas. Sometimes it works out, but don't do it. Just sit tight, read a book, and wait for that ride request. Number 4, you need airport placards and permits at some airports. The answer to that is true. It is important to know your airport and the specifications. Here in Phoenix, you don't have to have one, but that is a good thing to know. Each airport has different rules. Number 5, you can pick up passengers in their airport terminal. And that is false. You must go to the designated rideshare pickup location. I've had several passengers call and be like, hey, what are you doing? You're not where I'm at in the airport. And I'm like, hey, sorry, I am where I'm supposed to be. Look for the signs to find the designated rideshare area. So let them know. If that comes up, they must be in that designated area. Otherwise, you can be in deep trouble if any airport representative sees you picking up a passenger at their terminal. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Number 6, you are allowed to ask your passengers for tips. That's true. Yeah, totally. You can ask them for tips. In fact, here's what I do. When passengers ask me whether or not driving is lucrative, I sneakily insert, well, it's true, but I say, you know what? It can be hit or miss, but it really wouldn't be worth it unless I had the tips, and unless I was earning the tips that I do from passengers. And then I'm like, that doesn't mean that I'm asking you for a tip, but it doesn't mean I'm not either. So I just slide that in there, a little sneaky, discretionary, if you want to or not. Number 7, if your passenger is running behind and they ask you to speed, you should do so. False. Don't speed. In fact, that's something you could get deactivated for if you got busted for speeding. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Yeah. Also, I always put this out there in other videos. Every time that I've done that and I expect like a good tip, it never happens. So don't do it. Just drive how you normally drive, safely. Number 8. This was kind of weirded word. Your passenger is responsible for verifying you are their driver. And that is false. As a driver, we are responsible to verify our passengers. So you should be asking, hey, what's your name? And then make sure that, because if you say, hey, are you Randy? Be like, yeah, I'm Randy, and just hop in, and it could be the wrong passenger. I've done that. So ask them, hi, what's your name? Or what driver are you looking for? That works too. Okay, blah blah. Number 9. Babies and toddlers must have a car seat or booster seat. That is true. No exceptions on that one. Even if the parent is really sturdy looking and holding them, they must have a car seat or booster seat. Number 10, having Lyft or Uber stickers in your vehicle is optional. That's false. That is a necessity. You must have your stickers or your, reach, boom, your amp dealie. You must have that so that your passengers know that you're a driver. And things at like the airport, you must have those. Number 11. Yeah, okay. It is your discretion on whether or not to give rides to more passengers than your vehicle can hold. Meaning you seat 4 and or seat 5, but you're one of them, so you have room for 4 passengers, and there's 5 people. And the answer to that is false. Safety comes first, so this is actually a really big deal. You could definitely get deactivated for this. Everybody must have a seat and a seat belt. So you can't be loading in too many more people than you have seats for. All right. It is okay, number 12. It is okay to cancel a ride if someone has a service animal and you're allergic. That's big false. We must always provide rides to passengers with service animals. So if you're allergic, sorry to hear that. Get some allergy pills, keep them in your center console, but we always have to give those rides. Number 14, you are allowed to have sexual relations with your passengers. Getting jiggy with it. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. I can't go that long without singing. That is false as well. Both Lyft and Uber have policies, zero tolerance policies, on having sexual relations with your passengers. So if you want to take the chance, it's up to you, but zero tolerance. And number 15. This is kind of a tricky one, actually. Passengers are allowed to smoke in your vehicle if you give them permission. And the answer is, we're going to say false, because the deal is that if your vehicle smells like smoke, even if you don't smoke while you have passengers in your vehicle, you can't smoke, by the way, while you have passengers in your vehicle, but even if you choose to smoke when you don't have passengers in there, if your vehicle smells like smoke and you get reported, you can get deactivated for that. So that is actually a big one. So we will say false. I must say I've let some passengers vape with the window down, because vape definitely doesn't smell the same as cigarettes, but typically I just say, nope, you can chill. You're going to make it 5 minutes. You can wait. All right, you guys, I am curious. How'd you do? So 15 questions, true or false. Some easy ones, some more difficult ones. Drop down in the comment section below and let us know how you did. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, took anything away from it, give it a thumbs up. We appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe to the Rideshare Hub, because why not? Follow us on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at jacob.letman. Hey, and that's what we got for you guys. Thanks for sticking around and having some fun on this interactive question and answer video. Everyone drive safe out there. We'll see you next time.